We were there. We saw you.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Kiwanis. To assume those applause for the music and not to the fact that I'm standing up at the microphone. It's good to be back with you all and see you again. I want to open the meeting by thanking Jill Bollendorf for running our last Kiwanis Club meeting while my wife and I were out of the country. So, as we do with most of our meetings, we start with some cares and concerns for some of our club members. Cards are coming around. Keep them moving, please, and get them back up here. First card is for the family of past President Lloyd Inning. We received a communication from John this past week about Lloyd's passing. There'll be a service tomorrow. I plan to be there. I hope to see some of you there as well. Also past President Sherry Gillen, past President. Her husband passed not long ago, so we're sending a card around for him as well. And the third card we're sending is for Dan Carnes, outstanding club member forever and a day, and his health is not well. And I'll leave it at that for now. Some of you know Dan, may know more about that as I do. So, on the other side of that coin, it turns out there are two Kiwanians that the United Way thinks deserve some attention. Our own Mike McAvoy, who we're going to applaud right now. And our own Joe King, two people. The Kiwanis in the United Way thought they deserved some attention. So, on the way up here now is Don Witt, who's going to do the call for inspection. And then Jeff Fick, you're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Mike. My minister at Windsor Hills United Methodist Church, Reverend Jennifer Fletcher, delivered a message on Pentecost Sunday that speaks to our Kiwanians. In the Christian tradition, Pentecost is the day that people began to speak different languages to spread the message of the gospel. At the risk that this introspection is not faith neutral for words to relate to all faiths. She said, and I quote, "How might the Spirit empower us to speak in other languages today? Sometimes this might look like speaking in a new language other than English, to better relate to and serve our neighbors. But most often it looks like having humility, curiosity, and willingness to move toward others. Pentecost is a celebration of unity in diversity. Recently, I had the privilege of praying during the Kiwanis Interfaith Prayer Breakfast. 90 people from various faith traditions gathered, and faith leaders offered prayers from each tradition. It was fascinating to me how we were able to communicate authentically from our own traditions in an atmosphere of respect and listening and shared values. We did not diminish our own respective beliefs. Instead, we were able to share them freely and authentically because we are all our shared commitments of love and respect. This is so countercultural today as the world models for us combative speech, polarizing speech, and speech that imposes on others. But what if Pentecost reminds us that the Spirit is on the move everywhere, and if we just step into the current, speaking clearly, passionately, and truthfully, we can experience the unity in our diversity that was expressed in that first Pentecost.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you, Jeff, for the pledge. Don, those words were especially important for us to hear. Thank you. So Taylor Rennie's on our way up here to introduce our guests. guest as she comes up here, I want you to know that you're sitting in a room with Kiwanis members of one of the largest Kiwanis clubs in the world. We're delighted to have you here today. Taylor.
Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. It's a happy Wednesday when we can work together. And I have the honor of welcoming our guests today. I ask that all of our guests and their hosts stand up so we can see your faces, and we'll applaud for everyone at the end. Today we have Jackie Gorman, hosted by Jackie Bledsoe. We have James Harford, JJ, Robin Fouts, John Fouts, and Robbie Hairston, hosted by Ken Briggs, and these are our Action Club members. We have Sheila Bauer and Tyler Bauer of Bauer Heating and Air, the winners of this year's No Mountain Star auction, which you'll hear more about later. We have our guests of the entire club, but I won't make you all stand up. And last but not least, Martin Erickson of Woodland Hills Independent Living and Assisted Living, hosted by Tom Recovery. Thank you to all our guests. I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Again, welcome. Yes, so it's the beginning of June. Means it's the beginning of the month, which means we get to hear about all the Kiwanians that are going to have upcoming birthdays. President-elect Gene Mullendorf is going to read through the list. We're lucky to have some birthday music and singing. Okay.
Well, you all are very much in for a treat today with my sexy summer voice. I have that one a little bit of a summer cold, so sorry about that. All right, we have a very long list of birthdays, and as luck would have it, we start off with Dave Marks, whose birthday was June the 2nd. Ben Spiker, June the 3rd. Joe Gaither, June the 4th. Joe is on Zoom with us today, and if you would like to stamp your birthday, we would love to have you do that and be acknowledged. Steve McGraw, June the 7th. That is Jimmy Buffett shirt on. Mike Bell, June the 8th. Reeve Kessler, June the 11th. Dan Chipwood, June 13th. Jill Slush, June 14th. Sherman Holland, June 15th. On June 16th, we have both Greg Weinberger and Steve Willis. June 20 is Barb Milner. June 22nd is Bill Shiner. Milton Hardy and Dave Hartman are both June the 25th. Hank McGuire and Ray Sarver are both June the 28th. And Jeff Leatherwood and Sam Russell are both June the 30th. Judy's gonna play for us, and I am not gonna sing, but you all are gonna sing.
Listen, now that tape kind of winding down, we're going to get back into having a president's message. The message today is what I'm going to talk to you about regarding a parable about 5 blind people. Each of those people, when asked to describe the large object immediately in front of them, all give different answers. One said, well, it's a snake, as he touched the tail of the elephant. Another said, well, it's a tree trunk, as he touched the leg of the elephant. One said it must be a wall, as she touched the side. You get the idea. They all were touching a different part of the same animal, including different answers. Of course, every one of those answers was right. Each accurately described the item in front of them, his or her viewpoint, which is what counts. But all missed the fact they were standing in front of an elephant. So, as a thought experiment, I wonder, just for a moment. I wonder if we could put aside our existing individual viewpoints, trunk, leg, whatever, and think for a minute about someone who's a bit different than us. I wonder if we can look at our club through the eyes of someone who maybe has a young family, maybe has kids, maybe works full time, has a hard time getting away on Wednesdays to these weekly meetings. Maybe have limited resources, for the cost of becoming a member can be burdensome. Maybe doesn't have a lot of weekend free time to do all the activities we do, and we do a lot of activities. So I wonder what we might see by putting ourselves in someone's shoes. What can we offer that someone as one of the largest Kiwanis clubs in the world? What can we offer them to allow them to have the same fulfilling experience of standing in front of the elephant that we have? So, hope together we can do a good job of seeing the elephant. See some new people see the elephant. And with that, I'll leave you with the value of outreach. Thank you very much. See. So here's the goal. Quickly go through announcements. So the rest of the meeting can be dedicated toward KPAY, our biggest fundraiser of the year, most important thing we do during the year to generate money that we turn around and give away. So, looking back last week, many of you helped with funding. Thank you. I understand that about 1,000 people, primarily from the Melrose area neighborhood, attended Fund Day. I understand that we're upwards of a couple dozen Kiwanians and dozens of other volunteers at that event. Thank you very much. Next Wednesday, we'll hear more about that success. Officers, we're going to meet on Friday this week. Board, we're going to meet as usual on Monday. New location, just for this Monday only, will be over at the Melrose Library. Club members, as always, you are invited, encouraged to attend. It turns out every board meeting, people take us up on that offer. So come to the Melrose Library on Monday for that board meeting. Book club, your meeting at the South County Library, as you do each month. So you'll do that next Wednesday. Bill Bestich, I see here, speaking of wild and crazy shirts. You're holding a strategic planning meeting, which is kind of the way those strategic planning people are, don't you know? And you're having that over at Carvin's Cove on Saturday. Speaking of fun, like strategic planning, hot off the presses, this is brand new information. It was emailed to me while I was in Estonia yesterday. We're having a pop-up pizza party. You know how long I had to rehearse to say that correctly? A pop-up pizza party. It's listed on your agenda. It's on the website. You'll hear more about it. And then later, if pizza doesn't melt your mellow mushroom, then pretty good, huh? For jet lag. Then we're going to the Stony Brook Vineyards for some other kind of refreshments. That's, I guess, July. Okay. Well, I think I made it through the announcement. If I missed an announcement, tell me and I'll hit it at the end of the meeting. If not, come up here and brag. For $2 donation, you can brag on any subject that I find interesting. You're gonna risk it? Okay.
I'm not going to brag on my problem.
I'm interested.
$20 brag today. Got some big ones. First thing I want to do is say that I'm shocked, happy, I'm sad, all kinds of things. Both of my sons graduate from high school tomorrow morning. And I think when I joined the club, they were 6 years old, and they joined me downtown many times to ring the bell for Salvation Army and pick up trash along Link Run and all kinds of things until they got too old to be coerced to come with Dad and pick this up together. but my wife and I have raised 2 adults with no trouble from the legal system or any kind of notice home for the most part or anything, and we're just again very happy. But it's a bittersweet moment for us. Fortunately, they'll be both moving on to college, and they'll both be local, so we're very happy about that. The other thing I'd like to do, this is a little different. I hope it doesn't offend anybody, but I'd like for everybody to stand up and give Lloyd Enoch a big round of applause for a job well done and a life well lived. I think that alone is worth the whole, at least the whole minute.
Well done.
If I could do a backflip, I would right now. Couple of things. First, I got 3 granddaughters graduating this weekend, 2 PH, one from Northview High School in Norfolk. My grandson, who's director of physical therapy for the NBA Memphis Grizzlies, is coming home today. First time I've seen him in about a year. And I got my notification from Tesla that my Cybertruck is coming this fall. So it's been on the waiting list since 2020, 4 years, and I'm ready.
I'm going to do 2 $5 brags. The first one is on the Hawaiian island of Kauai. My wife and I came back this past Friday after 37 glorious nights. I highly recommend, if you've never been, put it on your bucket list. First time we went, we took the Norwegian cruise line cruise all around the major islands, which is a great way to get the overview and decide where you might like to go back. My second brag is on the dedicated Kiwanis who served on the Strategic Planning Committee. We had a meeting on the calendar for June, but these dedicated, committed, consistently available Kiwanians showed up so many times and did such wonderful work that we've already wrapped up the strategic planning. So find somewhere else to have some fun.
Good afternoon to you. I was planning on doing this as a $20 brag, but a few minutes ago when I went in my pocket, I realized I didn't have a $20 bill. Maybe one of my friends will loan me $18. But when you hear it, you will see this brag is really worth 20 bucks. I'm bragging on none other than our past Secretary Treasurer, Lloyd Enoch. Back in the early 80s, I mean 80, 81, I was a young man starting in real estate, probably within no more than 2 or 3 of us who looked like me in real estate at that time. Steve McGraw was one of my competitors. So Steve, you can't take credit for this brag. But I want you to know that Lloyd Enoch is the person that got my real estate business going. I never told this before. Lloyd worked for the vocational department, I think, when he was Fleming. And the kids built houses over there. And I was just a young, good-looking little dude, I thought. Had a sharp car, 1977 Cartier Lincoln. But I didn't have any clients. But Lloyd saw the need to bring me in and get me into selling the houses as the kids built the house. How Lloyd knew me, I'll never know. But he called me and said, we want you to come in and list the houses that the kids build. So as they built houses, I was the realtor, and Lloyd started introducing me to people that I never dreamed of, who started sending business to me. I did such a good job with the kids over there, selling the houses and giving them advice. Next thing you know, my business really booming. I said, what in the world did this come from? But I never asked Lord how he found out about me. But it worked out. Sometimes the Lord just put people in your way. And Lord Enoch was the man, and I give him credit being the one that kicked off my career. I've had a great career in real estate. I'm not bragging, a little bit. But I've had a good time. I'm getting ready to come down like Steve McGraw did. But I give Lord Enoch credit for getting my name out in the public. And I've had some great Kiwanis in here also who has not been afraid to take a chance with somebody different. And we make life better for everybody. Lord Enoch, thank you so much. Steve McGraw, you didn't get credit for this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bruce Swanson. I wanted to brag on Bob Plumbing and Heating. Yesterday, Andrew came to my house and did our annual checkup of our air conditioner. Everything is okay. I make a note in my little business mind every time when somebody comes. I have the first name of all the technicians that have come to my house for like the last 10 years. They're not always the same, but they're always really good people. And I want to congratulate you on having a great stay.
John York. I'd be remiss if I didn't say something about D-Day tomorrow. All the people, all the veterans, any of you that are veterans would appreciate what our men did. So Andy and I, brother-in-law, we're going down to D-Day tomorrow. And that's what I've got to say.
Alex Roman, I'm, of all the people in here that praise Lord Enoch, I probably owe him more thanks than him. He was helping me, sitting right next to me when I was the president, and Lord knows he knew more what I was supposed to do than I ever did. And he would give me a little jiggle. Right there it is. Cool. With his help. I mean, he was a great fellow. I hate to see him go.
Steve McGraw, now JC, you didn't think you were gonna come up here and say all that and not have me respond, did you? And I gave him a real $20 brag. I think you didn't give him any money at all.
His credit's good, Steve.
Anyway, I've got multiple brags. First of all, especially Joe Gaither and Jerry Hartman for another incredibly successful fun day at the Melrose Library and the other areas there and all the different agencies and people that were involved. It was a heartwarming process and celebration. So if you missed it, it's your fault. Another brag on JC Taylor and Lloyd Enoch. Actually, JC, I'm the one who told Lloyd to give you a break. Because that's our broker. That's our broker, right? Come on, yes. That's all I need.
Hello, I'm Andre Brooks. I'm past president, and when I hear about the comments of Lloyd Enoch, certainly our president, thank you. I'm reminded I should be up here too, and I also noticed some pretty women talking about how wonderful Lloyd was. John Montgomery likes to say, if I wasn't in Kiwanis, I wouldn't have met that person. I'd have never met that person. I'd have never got to know that person. Well, I knew Lloyd before I came to Kiwanis. He was on my board of directors at my proper organization, and I was the executive director. And I thought, he's a nice man. Then I came to Kiwanis and worked with him on several projects. He became president. And I said, that's really nice. So I want to brag on Lloyd, as others have, because he is one of the nicest. And I know I will miss him, and it's a blessing to me that I have him.
Thank you all. By the way, that money that's changing hands up here, that money goes into our foundation. Cycle that, of course, give that out to the community. So that's my segue now into KPAC. We're going to hear from the team that ran another successful event this year. We're going to hear about the money that was raised, money that was spent, people that sold the most tickets, et cetera, et cetera.
Gene Adlin for who what she
Mike says I need to add lib, I don't think I'm so great at that, but.
Sure.
I will say that I felt like we had an excellent, fundraiser this year, and I'm so appreciative of everyone who made it happen. We talked about the fact that it's a pretty well-oiled machine in terms of the this is the 29th year of having this event. It is the only fundraiser that our club does, so any money we raise is really a win, no matter how much it is, because all of that is going back into the community. And even though it may seem like a well-oiled machine, it doesn't work without a strong committee of people leading the efforts, and without all of you selling tickets, lifting arms for donations, showing up the day of the event to work, bringing family members, encouraging our Key Club and Action Club members to join us as well. And it's such a great opportunity for us all to come together as one for the benefit of. And I'm very grateful to have that experience with you this year, and I think.
Well, I want to echo Gene's comments, and this is my first year as operations chair on my own, although Eric really, where'd you go? Oh, there he is. You're not in orange today, you're supposed to be on. Eric did a great job of mentoring me the last couple of years, and could have done it without it. Again, could have done it without this. But how about a round of applause for Gene for our page? So I've got a little PowerPoint here that's got a little animation at the beginning, and unfortunately, the sound is a little low tech. So hopefully this is all going to work. Here we go.
This is what happens when Mike and Brock goes on vacation. We have to figure out how to do these things ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and now we're gonna see Mike's video, who even though he was out of town, still did it for us. Thank you, Mike.
So this is a highlight reel from the event.
Louder. That's as loud as it goes. I'll just stop for a second, see if I can get it going louder. All right, well, I'll go through the intro.
and supplies for Pancake Day, and I bring the very important coffee and donuts for the free.
We are getting ready for Pancake Day. We're unloading the trailer, getting ready to set up the cooking tent. Look forward to a great day tomorrow.
He's in charge of the trailer, we're getting the grill stuff.
I'm helping out prepare for the largest breakfast in Roanoke, right? The Kiwanis pancake breakfast. I'm just a minion here on Friday morning, helping set up. Right now, just helping unload the giant truck full of griddles at the table.
Well, we're getting a grill set up. We've got a total of 10 commercial grills. We can crank out a lot of pancakes in a very short period of time. And you gotta get them set up right, you gotta get them level, you gotta get them cleaned, and so they're very heavy. Takes a lot of work to get them set up. And once they're rolling, they're right to the job.
We are organizing signs and deciding where to place them, where people won't read them, because we know that's what happens. And we're also going to use the prescribed tape that will not pull paint off the walls.
Well, I'm helping set up for Pancake Auction Day, and we've got a lot of activities going on right now. We're setting up the tables, getting all the sausage on the trays ready to cook for tomorrow, and getting the grill set up for pancakes.
We're here today, with our Action Club, and sausage pancakes on the tray. The question we have is, how many sausage pancakes will we bring? That's the truth of the question.
Yummy pancakes.
I'm trying to sort out the revenue and expenses of the event.
Well, we're trying to wash these floors out, so it's not fun.
Describe this for someone who's never been here before.
It is a fantastic event. There are so many people there, all very friendly, the people at the Kiwanis Club. They have it very well organized. So you come and you go down the line and get your delicious breakfast of pancakes, sausage, and a drink. And there are raffle prizes. You can get wonderful items to take home. And it is just a fantastic time.
Well, I think it's the morning of camaraderie. We're all getting together. We have an awesome pancake breakfast, a raffle, and an auction as well. It's a great time.
Never been here, you really need to stop here and take a look at this. This is one of the most awesome events in the Valley. Pancake Day, come here, that's that's pancake.
The whole community's here, both for the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke.
It is a time of fellowship, get to know people who make you never met.
This is another amazing combination of volunteer help and other contributions to result in the area's biggest fundraiser of the year.
Next to you. All into the not there. Small things it means I got so says I can't get turning. I love you. I've got to take the chance on letting that by. If I expect to be all.
Find out about this breakfast.
I saw on Facebook, everybody was talking about it, we decided it would be fun for the kids.
So as a result, we've been coming to this event for about 20 years.
We've been coming for 29 years.
I found out from my coworker.
Tell me, sir, how did you hear about this? How did you hear about it?
My father-in-law.
You hear about it, my dad. You're here today.
Something that's great. I'm serving very hot coffee.
I'm cooking sausage, serve hundreds, if not possibly thousands of people. Washing dishes for big bad.
We are making batter, so we take water from over there, take flour from over there, put it in the blender, we cut starch, mix it up, and we scoop it into these muffins, and we get a pancake.
I'm helping make sure the pancake set runs smoothly.
Well, I'm selling pancake tickets and directing people to the craft show, directing them downstairs to pancakes.
So we have pancake breakfast this morning. We've got tons of craft vendors here, selling their products, and great partnership with one pancake breakfast to get for our second year.
Everyone here today who is either volunteering or eating breakfast will cook. I'm here to eat pancakes as many as I can. I'm selling tickets and taking tickets. To the right. I'm enjoying the festivities of the Cape Fair.
I'm the coffee queen.
I'm just proud of part of this. This is a great event, many years. As you can see, the turnout's great, and it's awesome good.
Well, we were hungry, and we decided we wanted some pancakes, and there's no better place to come than the Cape Pancake Day.
Two more steps, which I think makes my total for 2024 Cape Bass sales $4,000. I've been cooking pancakes and making people smile. Put some pancakes now, clean the grill, ready for next year.
I'm so tired of having to have more coffee. One of us really were able to make it to the meeting today, but we did see them in the highlights reel, and we're very grateful for Haley and for Fox Radio. We have some nice plaques, compliments to Eric Davidson and All-Star Impressions that we'll be delivering to their offices. So next up, we're talking about the raffle results and the Death Star auction winner. Leanne remember that, was our raffle chair, and she did a great job, doing things a little differently this year. Instead of doing a yard sale or a silent auction, we did a raffle, and we had wonderful participation from the club in that, and it helped raise some money for the organization. I would just like to give a shout out to Nancy Horn's team, the Galactic Guardians, that they contributed the most raffle items for us this year, and that meant extra points for their team. And of course, the Death Star auction winner, Bauer Meeting and Air, who are our guests today. Tyler and Sheila, you all could stand briefly so that everyone can recognize you. And we're finally getting $5,000 on the Star auction for us, so that is more money that we can give back to the community. And we'll be having an unveiling event at the Star later this summer, so stay tuned for that.
So next up, I want to talk about some of our volunteers. And as you know, every rebellion needs some help. And so I want to start off by recognizing the Action Club. So Action Club members, please stand. Action Club has participated in KPAD for many years, and this year again, they were great. They sold tickets for the event. They helped set up on Friday, you can see the video, and then volunteered again on Saturday. So we really can't do it without the Action Club. So again, thank you all. We also got great support again from the Key Clubs. We had 66 Key Club volunteers from various schools out during the event. The majority came from Cape Spring, Cape Shooting Club. So I want to, John's on over there. At 66 volunteers, actually 16 more than we had last year. Last year we had 50, this year we had 66. And again, they just did a great job of all those tasks that we need done with a lot of people. I think Harry was really impressed with their enthusiasm, and we had them all over the place. So you saw them in the cook tent, you saw them down on the floor, they were in the kitchen. They just did everything for us. Ran the sausage down, ran the pancakes down, everything. So again, couldn't do it without them. I want to recognize a few people specifically, but this is always kind of dangerous because everybody here helps. In fact, everybody stand up, give yourself a round of applause. We did have some folks that headed up different functions for KPAD, and I'm just going to run through those real quick. Tom Miller did his usual superlative job in the kitchen. Thank you, Tom. Stephanie took care of the serving line again and basically dealt with all our customers. So Stephanie, thank you. Lois, she is the coffee queen. Where's Lois? You know, she's not here today. I thought she was here today. Lance headed up the pancake tent again, and you can see he had lots of help in there. Oh, that's right. Lance is on Zoom. John and Joyce, tickets. Andre, this was new for us this year. We did an information table, which you did a great job heading that up for us. Mike Bell and Bruce Swanson, pancake mixers extraordinaire. Pancake batter mixers extraordinaire. Alex Barr. Alex did a ton of things for us at KPAD. Really leading up into the event and then the setup day. So Alex, thank you. And then we had, of course, the leaders of our setup and cleanup team, Greg and Sam Lineberger and Eric Sitchow. So thank you all there. And then can't stress enough how much Amy and Ben did for ticket sales. Yeah, really, I'm not sure. They're going to talk to you a little bit about the sales in just a second. And finally, I want to really single out Harry Zuloff. So Harry, stand up. Harry has been our volunteer coordinator, and this year especially, it's always difficult to get people to sign up. You know, you guys don't want to sign up till the last minute. I understand. And this year, Harry was a little stressed, like always. We got right up to the last couple of days, and then it all works out. He started calling people and putting the squeeze on them, and they came out and drove. So Harry, thank you very much. So for the last couple of years, we've actually acknowledged one Kiwanian who has kind of stepped up, but maybe not been recognized that much for those efforts. And John, can you plug us in? All right, John's gonna get us plugged in there.
I have John Robin type.
Yeah, really. You know, the reason we call this the John Bradshaw Award is for many years, I think you all know John was in charge of our setup and takedown. John would organize the event, getting it set up on Friday and cleaning up on Saturday afternoon. So really, for many years, did a wonderful job of that. So this year's winner is Donna Lynch. Donna literally did pretty much everything. I took over supplies from Jenny, who was unable to do it this year. Put up with me quite a lot. Went to all our planning meetings, helped set up, and then during the day, she was making sure we had enough supplies, getting things out. So Donna, thank you very much. And that was what she looked like on Cape that day. She was out there. Yeah, now you're not inside. You'll get that once. And then a second award, and I mentioned this earlier, is for Eric Jameson. He's going to get our Jedi Master Award. Really, I don't know if y'all know this, but Eric has been involved in KPAD since we started 29 years ago. He was involved with the first KPAD. He's been involved in every one of them in different roles. The last 3 or 4 years, he's been our operations chair. And the quote here, you know, he really literally knows everything about KPAD, but more importantly, he's willing to share that. If you guys have ever taken his grill cleaning class, you know what I'm talking about. Eric just wealth of knowledge about how this event should work, and more importantly, not just the mechanics, but really the feel for how the event should work, how we should treat our customers, make sure that our pancakes and sausage are great. And so can't say enough about Eric. Eric, thank you. Yeah, can you take care of that for us? So I'm going to turn it over to our ticket sales team. Again, ticket sales is what made KPAD successful. So Ben and Amy.
Okay. Sales this year went really, really well. We got off to a fairly strong start, and it just kept coming along, even up into the week after or 2 after the event. Some of us were still selling tickets, and there should be an award for that. There should be a Ken Briggs award. And the Ken Briggs award would be for people who can sell for 2025, sell pancake tickets that are dated 2022. Just proof positive that we're not in the business of selling pancakes, we're in the business of selling tickets. Nobody sells them better than that's, well, we'll see who sells them better. But Ken's up there. The team points this year, Rogue Squad, we did teams this year, Rogue Squadron, captained by Kevin Reeder. Their team total was $5,101, and they got 50 points for contributing items to the auction or to the raffle. That's what those supplemental points are to the right of their indication. That's contributions that they made to the raffle, and they were getting 25 points for each contribution to the raffle. Galactic Guardians, captained by Nancy Horn, $6,303.50. Nancy Horn deserves a special congratulations because thanks to her work and the work of Ken Briggs, they had 100% participation on it. And that's a great feat to get everybody on your team to participate. Joe Gaither's team, Luke Ford, did $6,991. Very strong. You know, getting somebody to take the captain and be a captain of the team, and you know, so I asked a lot of you guys that said no. I gotta tell you, it's not that bad of a job. It's really one of the better jobs, I think, for KPAD. You get to go through the draft process, which is kind of a fun night to go through the draft process. But it's just a matter of staying in contact and encouraging the folks that are on your team. A couple of emails a week and supporting folks, and as an example by Nancy and Ken,
Nancy was a rookie this year, first time out, and just did a fantastic job, and I hope you have a good time doing it. The Ewoks was captained by Milton Hardy, $7,394.75 points added for raffle items. Then Star Destroyers, captained by Lois James, some refer to her as Loin James, but did $8,744. Again, outstanding performance this year. Look at this. Joe Limmer's team. The winning team this year. Droids, 10,440. To that point, two special recognitions this year, which we'll call the Pocket Tank Award. One goes to Jim Randall, who emptied out his coin jar.
Jim.
And the other one is
Jim Reynolds.
Jim, hey, come up here. Get some recognition. The other one goes to Will Diddley, who turned in that last 50 cents. He's all over. The individual ticket team, the leaders this year, we had Vern Danielson coming in with $825. That ensured that everyone in Brandon Oaks who wanted to come came. I think the bus showed up from Brandon Oaks. John Pendleton, $850. J.T. Taylor, not only sells real estate, but sells pancake tickets, $1,000. Joe Lemmer sold $1,000, led his team well. Don Witt, $1,110. Eric Danielson, $1,121. Eric had people turning in $1,000 after the event. I just think that's awesome. Lois James, $1,150. Mike Loveman. Mike Loveman kept calling and asking for more tickets. Are we just waiting now?
No, hang on. Yeah, keep that moving.
I just, a little soft little things.
For those of you who didn't get to see it, the Pocket Change Award is this nifty men's change holder put in your front pocket. And it has our Kiwanis logo on it. These are courtesy of John Montgomery.
John Montgomery has left them lots of.
And coin purse.
And coin purse. All right. Well, without much further ado, as you heard on the video that Michael Brockton had prepared for, Rupert Cutler has, without a doubt, the most amazing mailing list of any human being on the face of the planet.
Before you do that.
Before I do that,
Recognize yourself.
recognize me, $2,420. Okay, I was recognized.
Mike Love.
Mike Loveman, yeah, what was Mike Loveman's salary? $1,400 with Mike Loveman. That's awesome. But Rupert Cutler this year, as you heard on the video, turned in excess of $4,000. I'm not sure, but I think we'll get this to you as soon as we can. But there's Rupert. Thank you, Rupert, for all you do for us. It's fantastic. Oh, and his prize. I'll let Amy do that.
This is, let me get over here. It's an illustration of all the team into the mic. This is an illustration of all the teams that,
This is an illustration done by Jeff Isherwood, who is a famous comic illustrator. He worked for DC Comics, and these are all of the teams represented in this year's KK fundraiser.
Star Wars movies. Do an illustration. Penny's my cousin.
This is nothing to be sneezed at. This, the value of this is approximately $500. This is an original piece of art that was created for this moment right now, and it's really very cool. I'm anxious to see where we're going.
Now, Joe Lemmer, come on up. Is a $50 gift card to Billy's and 2 tickets, which you'll have to get with Larry Cooper, and tell them what day you want to go to at the cabaret.
Very much.
See, we have a girl. Yeah. Yeah.
Amy, we can't hear you. I know.
Okay, so we got one more prize, and this is a drawing. So anyone who sold at least $350 in tickets had their name entered into a Kiwanis hat. We're gonna draw the name, and the winner's name of the draw will win a vintage ruby and moonstone bracelet donated by ASAR's.
And before we do the drawing, I want to break down how many on each team. Excuse me, I'm sorry. How many on each team sold $350 or more? The Droids has 6 members. Ewoks has 6 members. 6.2. The Rogue Squad had 7. The Galactic Guardians had 9. The Death Star Destroyers had 10, and Group 4 had 11. So they did pretty good. I mean, that's 350 and above. That's pretty good. So on the drawing, I would like our president to come up and pick the name.
Happy to do it.
I know, yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm reading the names. Okay. I picked a ticket with the name on the back that I'm trying to read the handwriting, so you will help me.
Pendleton?
Oh, is that Pendleton? John, you're here today.
Victor.
Any more?
I know a certain lady who's gonna be happy about that.
So our grand total for sales this year was, waiting for the plug to happen so you can get it. That's our grand total this year was $45,000 in tickets. We didn't set the record, but we won pretty good. So this is the second highest sales for tickets that we've had this year. So I would say that all in all, we've had Bowers' generosity, $5,000. We've had Haley's generosity, $5,000. So it just goes without saying, this is a very, very successful event. We will be very pleased as we move into Gene Ballendorf's year, not Joan, but Gene Ballendorf's. I couldn't help it, it was there, it was hanging, looked through it. But as we go into her year, she will have this kind of money. Our service budget last year was
almost $130,000, right, $130,000. Folks, that's money that's getting pumped right back into this community, and it's happening year after year after year. So congratulations to each and every one of you for a really fantastically successful event. Thank you.
Jane, thank you. We got a flavor of the successful kind of leadership that we can expect from Jean Ballendorf. We expect to see a lot more of that as she runs this club as president next year. So, next week, Eric Lear is the site director of the Charles Day Tech Ed Center. Bert Boyd is going to introduce him as our speaker. And with that, I'm closing the meeting.